Today's video is a collab with Carah, Amelie, and you can see we are doing an Elements collab and she is fire. Also, part of this collab is BeautyMuseMakeup. I believe her name is pronounced Vina May, and she is water. NikkiaJoy is earth. And I am air/wind. You can see we all chose very different types of makeup for this makeup look. Mine is a lot more avant-garde. Some of theirs are a lot more wearable, and then there are some in between. So stay tuned and you guys can see my tutorial and show you how I did this avant-garde style air/wind makeup tutorial. So first you can see I have some contacts in. These are the Desio Innocent White contacts. And then I have this sponge that I got at the dollar store actually, and I just tear a piece off for later. And then I'm stippling with my damp beauty blender some of the Snazaroo Clown White all over my face, but I'm kind of shearing it out so that it's not super opaque and that it looks like my skin is just really pale. And then taking that actual sponge from before, I like that because it's got a lot of texture to it, and so it leaves really cool markings on your skin, kind of like coral would. And I'm using the Mayron Paradise paints in a light blue, and then I'm taking some white over top of the light blue and I'm layering it up so that it gives a really textured effect to the skin. I didn't want it to look like ice necessarily, but I wanted to just make sure that my skin looked really textured because I want to do a lot to it. Because with avant-garde makeup looks, you really can go all out and add too much, because there's no such thing as too much when it comes to avant-garde. I'm stippling it on the areas that the high planes of my face would be, where you would typically naturally have highlight where the sun would hit, and that's what I'm doing the lighter portions, and I'm leaving the other portions darker because I am going to go in with a shadow and contour in the dark areas. I'm also bringing it down my neck so the whole thing is very continuous. It doesn't look disconnected from my normal looking neck. And then I'm taking the Coastal Scents 252 palette and I'm taking some of the dark blue shadows and I'm contouring where you naturally would have deep hollows of your face. So there really is no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm really honestly just taking those dark shadows and placing them in areas where darkness would naturally be, and I'm sort of chiseling out the shape of my face. Because I am an air for this, I'm air and wind, I wanted it to be really flowy and soft and cloud-like on my face, so I sort of went with the cloud portion of air to make sure to show movement in my face. That's why everything kind of flows upwards, as you can tell. And I'm carving out my nose down by my chin and underneath my lips and nose, and I do the corners and sockets of my eyes. I'm using just a deep blue shade for this. Then I'm taking some of this blue NYX Macaroon lipstick. I'm not sure what this color is, but just putting it on the center of my lips, and then I'm going to go on the outside with the white coconut color. And as you see, I kind of switch back and forth between things. When I feel like something should be done, I do it on my face. And so you can see, like here I'm doing glitter, I switch back to eyeshadow, I switch back to contour, I switch back to highlight. And I do that because it's inspiration. So whatever I feel inspired to do at that moment, I do. I don't have a set rule or plan to it. I just kind of go with the flow. Go with the flow, like air. Puns. I had no plan going into this. I honestly was just doing it. I put some white in my waterline. I really just wanted everything to really flow, which is why I went as far as putting in contacts because my eyes are so green. This is the NYX White Liquid Liner, and I'm just doing dots all over my face, almost as if things were floating in the wind. That's kind of what I had in mind when doing this. I wanted it to be like seeds floating in the wind, or the movement. I wanted it to look like movement on my skin, which is hard to do. I mean, it's really hard when you think about this, to not look like the Ice Queen, which I don't know if I necessarily did a very good job of, but either way, I just was going with it. I had zero plan and zero technique in mind. I just did things that I knew carve out the shape of the face to make it striking. So you can see I'm doing like a little wind pattern on my nose here with the dots. and then on my eyes you can see I kind of flick it upwards so that it gives the illusion that it's flowing upwards from wind. I know that's kind of hard to explain, but that's kind of what I went into this thinking. I do the same thing underneath my eyes just to create a low point, just to create some dimension and shape and give my eyes a real striking appearance so that they're not just plain, because a lot of times more is better in a look like this because it just really adds a lot. And then I'm taking this really tiny brush with some dark shadow and just lining outside of what I just did, just to really define that white line and make it look like it meshes with the rest of the look instead of just sitting on top of it. Create a shadow behind it, sort of. And I'm cutting my crease with a darker blue shadow just to make sure that my eyes really stand out. I'm just using a small pencil brush for that. And then taking some of that same glitter. This is one of the glitter injections, and just placing it on my inner eyelid. And this is the House of Lashes lash glue, and that's how I'm gonna stick on my puffy cloud eyebrows, which is just a piece of cotton ball unrolled. And then I stick them down, let them dry, and then I pull them apart to give them a really wispy appearance. Then I put some lashes on. These were an old pair of lashes. It's nice to keep old things. Don't just toss them out because it's good for looks like this. I just painted an old pair of the House of Lashes Iconic lashes with that NYX white liquid liner, and it kind of tied the whole look in together. And then I tossed my wig on, which is just a white wig that I got from Amazon, and that's it. I hope you guys like this video collab with the 3 wonderful ladies I mentioned. I will have all their channel information in the description of this video. And if you guys want to, subscribe to my channel. I put out new videos most every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Also, you can follow me Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Periscope, all Raw Beauty Kristi. I thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely check out the other girls in this collab. They are absolutely gorgeous and their makeup looks are flawless and so beautiful. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you at my next video.